Hi, everyone. If you're like me, you're getting ready for the remote session once again, and the thought that might be running through your mind is the same thing that was running through mine. Are the kids actually doing the work, or are they just copying stuff? So I remember Christine Gottfried came to me and mentioned something about Edpuzzle, and I thought it was really interesting, and I will definitely be using it for the rest of this year. Uh, Let me show you what this is, and then you can determine if you want to look at the rest of the video or not. If you click as like you're going to log in as a student, okay? So I'm going to log in as my son Zach. All right, this is what the kids would see. They come in, they say, okay, I have second period class. I have some assignments that are due. What these would be, they'd be the notes that I would be giving my students. So the student would come in, and then they'd click the play button, and you're going to notice that as you click, or as the student, and I'm going to mute my voice here, you're going to notice that if the kid tries to fast forward to the notes, it says, nope, you're locked. You're not going on. So no longer are my students going to be able to just fast forward to what the answers are. And secondly, inside of the video itself, you can tag certain questions. So right here, the students have to, when it gets to that point, they have to answer a question. I have, what is one of the terms you'll need to be able to identify? And it's right there inside of the objectives for the day. So I'll put in impulse. We'll click submit, and then it will allow them to continue on to the rest of the video. The rest of the video will play, and what the kids will get at the very end, if you can bear with me for another maybe 10 seconds, it will tell them that after they've reached the end of the video, if they're ready to submit it. Now, you might ask, will the kids be able to rewatch something? Yeah, right here they can click the rewatch. They can scroll back, and then they don't have to wait for the whole video to process before they could move on. If they've already watched it, they can fast forward through portions they've already watched. So Zach, for this assignment, he's all finished, so we'll click Show Results, and you can see that there's something that needs to be graded for this. Now, on the teacher side, if this is of interest to you, what will it look like if the student has finished it? What's going to look like on your end? Well, I'm logged in, and I'll show you yourself when you want to sign up for an account. You'll go to log in. Don't do sign up, just log in. Go to I'm a teacher, sign in with your Google, and once you're in, up at the top, I already have my classes made. So I'm going to go My Classes, and to add a class, you simply click the little plus icon right here. You can see that I have these little red dots on the left-hand side. That tells me that a student has submitted something. If there's no red dots, nothing has been submitted, okay? So if I go to second period, due assignments that are due, right here I can see that I have 2 kids that have submitted work. Gabby actually did this on her own a little over a half hour ago, and you can see that Zach, we just finished that up. So the question was, what was the term that you need to have? Well, I typed in impulse. I checked that that is correct, and that's it. You can add comments too if you want. And then we could go to the previous student, and we could give Morales some points once she's done, and so forth. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, if this is of something that is of interest to you, so I'm going to tag Gabby that she's got her points too. All right, now if this is of something of interest to you, I'll walk you through right now how to set up your Edpuzzle and what the maybe restrictions, what we maybe call restrictions would be. So let's start off just back at the home page here. And if you want to use this, my suggestion is get your classes set up. All right, first period, second period, maybe you just name them. All right, but after you have those classes set up, go to My Content, and then I'm going to keep myself organized with folders. So my next unit is going to be Work, Power, Energy. If you click the Add Content, you can say New Folder. You can put in the description. You can put in, the name and then the description and save. So we have this folder created for forces now. All right, when we're ready to put some material in here, we'll click our folder. Many of you have been using Loom for your educational videos. So how do we put a Loom video up into Edpuzzle? Well, we'll click Loom. I already have one up here. All right, so I'll just grab this one, let's say right here. So if this is your educational video, we're going to click the download. It's going to download my video here. Oop, I didn't want to open it. That was my mistake. All right, I wanted to open up the folder. So it has saved. I'm going to go Add Content. We're going to upload video, and then we're going to choose that video. So that would be in my downloads, and here we go. So that's the one I just downloaded just a couple seconds ago. We'll click upload, and it might take just a little while depending upon the size of your video. This was just a 2-minute long video, so it shouldn't take us too long to upload that, and it's all set. Once it has finished processing that, then we can go ahead and start adding in information in terms of questions or open-ended responses into it. So while that is processing, what I want to do is show you that you can add another one, say from Crash Course. If you want to use something that's already pre-made, click Crash Course Videos, and let's say that I want to do low mass stars. All right, so if we go low mass stars, I don't have to upload any videos because it's going to go right to the Crash Course videos. So if I click this, I'm just going to say copy. So if that's going to copy that, do you notice how it gave me the option that I can copy it somewhere? So if I want to put this in a new folder and call this astronomy videos, I can do that. We'll move that into it. Now, once I've put that in there, I can edit this and put in some questions. So at the top, we can't really do voiceovers for something that's copyrighted, so you'll see that. Okay, so that's going to not be an option for us. You can cut your video down. So if you don't want the whole video in there, you can trim it from the front or from the back side. And then the good part is the questions. The questions is where we can play our video and put it at certain timestamps. I'm going to pause it right here. And let's say that this is going to be an open-ended response. Okay, I'll just put, what is the rate of hydrogen fusion? All right, and we'll click save. So that's the first one, and that will, again, no student is going to be able to fast forward past that point until you put that in. So let's fast forward this a little bit more, and let's say at 3:14 I want another question, but this time I want it to be a multiple choice. So what is the point of this video? Oop. All right, so I'm just making these up. We're just going to say yes, no, just to make this quick. All right, we'll click save. Once you have finished putting in all of your questions, up at the top, we'll choose finish. Now once that has been finished, you've made all of your edits. You can always go back through and add and delete those responses. You can do that. But when you're satisfied with it, you click assign, And this is where I had suggested you make your classes first. So if I want that to be assigned to first period, second period, fourth, and seventh period only, I click that. If you want the kids to be able to skim through the video, you can turn off prevent skipping, but I'm going to say no, you're going to have to watch the whole thing. You can allow them to turn on the closed captioning. You can do your start dates. You'll have your due dates as well. We'll click save for this. And then I'm going to say assign. Now what that's going to do is inside of my class then, and you can see all of the kids that are in my first period class that I assigned that to, you can see that they are going to have that in their list to for them to do. All right, so I'll go my class, and you can see first period, and right now I've got that low math stars assignment that's in there. Okay. How do we get this into your Schoology then? Right here, share assignment. So I clicked open the video. I say share assignment. And this is something that I found out the hard way. All right, so I'm going to go second period because right here I have my second period class open. All right, it is very important that if you are going to assign something from Edpuzzle and you have it in your second period class with those students, you have to choose from that second period class that particular video. All right, you cannot grab the first period video here and then dump it into all of the Schoology assignments. You cannot do that. You have to be in the class, choose the video, and then share assignment. So there's two ways. You can simply copy this, and then inside of Schoology, you can paste that into some sort of assignment. So you could make it a link if you'd want. If that'd be the, if that's all you're looking at, if you want to make it a fast link, you can do that. You could also make an assignment. You could add an assignment, and then you could paste it inside of there. Now, what I'm choosing to do is I'm going to choose the other option. I'm going to say embed code, and I'm going to make it a large screen. And then right here you have some HTML. You don't need to know anything about coding. You just have to copy it. So we're going to copy that code. Then inside of your assignment, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the kids you have to view it, you have to copy the notes down, you have to answer the questions, and then you're going to submit that handwritten paper of your notes to Schoology. So that way I really know that they did it. So how do we get that HTML code in here? You click your gear icon, edit. Now I have mine in here already, but I'm going to delete it. Click my video and delete this. So I have that copied HTML. Over here, it says switch to HTML. Ignore all of this. You don't need to know anything about that. It's extra information you don't need to know. We have that copied HTML. I'm going to paste it. And then to go back to visual, yes, you can't see it right now. That's okay because you're in the editing mode. But when I click Save Changes now, bam, it's right there. And now the students, when they have this assignment due, they're just going to click Start Assignment, and then they're going to click Play. Everything is right inside of Schoology. We don't have, the kids aren't going to have to go to Edpuzzle. They're not going to have to open up new browser tabs. It's all right in one. So I know this was kind of quick, but it is now 2:40. The kids are going crazy outside, so I am going to wrap this up. If you need some help on something, let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help you. All right? Take care.